Hi there, trig students. This is another review question for your grade 11 exams in trig, specifically with regard to rational expressions. A rational expression is one expression. It can be a polynomial, it can be a sine function or whatever, over another. It's a ratio. So here we have ratios, here we have a ratio, and then we have a giant ratio of the ratios. We want to do two things. We want to see if we can simplify this, and then find out what values here are all non-permissible. Let's just start off. We're going to leave this whole problem here, and we're going to start off by trying to simplify it. Well, you notice over here you have an x squared minus 49. That looks like a difference of squares. These two are a difference of squares, and they look similar to this. This also looks like it's a portion of this. So there's an x squared minus 49 sort of in each of these. So let's take each of these and make them into the same denominator as this. So here, I'm going to write this out over here. I'll have minus 2. Let's put a bracket around it. Then the denominator is x minus 7. Let's put a bracket around that. Now to make this into this kind of a denominator, we'll have to multiply by x plus 7 down here and up there. That's this first term only. And then I'll add the second term. The second term is this. It's going to have a 4 on the top. And then the bottom, it starts with x plus 7. Lots of brackets. Now we'll have to multiply this by x minus 7, top and the bottom. X minus 7 here. X minus 7 here. I'm not going to deal with this yet. Let's just see what we can do with all of this here first of all, and then go from there. So we'll multiply this all out. I'm going to take this times this, and we'll get minus 2x minus 14, just the top. Then, since I'm going to have a common denominator, I can just straight up add these. It's going to be plus 4x, and then 4 times 7 is 28. Let's continue to add this up. These two add up to give me 2x, and then these two add up to give me minus 42. And I can factor that once more if I want to by taking a 2 out of this, x minus 21. There I've taken now this entire, I've only taken the numerator. All of this is only the numerator up here. So I'm going to rewrite the denominator, which is this big mess here. Let me just rewrite this carefully. Maybe I should change colors. So this is the numerator, 2 x minus 21, and then all of that's over this, which is what? X squared minus 49. I'll rewrite this right here so that I can work on the denominator. You see I rewrote this in this darker blue to separate from this lighter blue right here. This is the numerator only. Now let's work on the denominator. I'll erase all of this. And since we have this x squared minus 49 here and this x squared minus 49, let's see if we can get this entire denominator into this same format here. So I'll start off with this, x over x squared minus 49. That's straightforward. Then minus, this is going to be a minus 2 over x minus 7. Since we want to get this form, we'll multiply this by x plus 7 and this by x plus 7. So we get the same thing here. I'm just writing down here, I'll just rewrite this whole thing. This is going to be x. There's a minus sign here and a minus sign here in this 2. So this is going to become a plus 2. We can do this if we want to, just to take care of that. It's going to be plus 2x plus 14. That's multiplying this all out. Let's add this up. We get 3x. There we go. 3x, that's the numerator. The denominator is x squared minus 49. So this here is this entire denominator here. I'm going to rewrite this right here, nice and neat. Okay, well, you can see we're getting closer. We're having one fraction over another fraction. This is this fraction divided by this fraction. If you remember, what we do is we take the one fraction, we take the second one, and we flip this one and multiply. I'm going to rewrite those over here so that you can see them clearly. Start off with this one. It's 2 x minus 21 all over x squared minus 49. And then we're flipping this. So this is going to become in the denominator. And this is going to go to the denominator. And these are now multiplied together. We've switched the division sign to a multiplication sign. Well, this one was easy. That's that. And we're left with 2 times x minus 21 over 3x plus 14. Okay, we've done the first part of the question. We've simplified. This was a pretty big simplification from this double rational expression to the single rational expression. We've canceled a bunch of terms. Now we need to ask, what is it that are non-permissible values. Well, when you're looking for non-permissible values, you look for two different things. One is you look if there's any function that's being used, let's say a tangent function or a square root that has an x in it that has limits on what you can put in there. In this case, these are all polynomials, so we don't have anything like that to worry about. Then you look at everything in the denominator. Anything in the denominator that is not permittable is not permissible in your operation, in your function here. Also, anything that might come up as you make progress or your final answer as well is not permitted as well. These over here are just simply modifications on this. We don't need these either. I'm going to erase this. We'll just look at our original equation here. Notice our original equation here, you can't have an x equals minus 7 here. You can't have an x equals plus 7 here. You can't have an x equals 7 here and here. You can't have x equals plus or minus 7. So x does not equal plus or minus 7 in all the original question here. Now we also need to look at our final answer that we have here, which we've put together like this. And notice we also have something in the answer here, which would be 3x plus 14. Well, if that equals 0, that's also bad. So let's pull this out here. 3x equals minus 14, x equals minus 14 over 3. So this also is not permissible because it's in the answer here, and also does not equal, x does not equal minus 14 over 3. There's no way of simplifying that. I thought there might be, but there's not. It's this complicated fraction here. Well, I hope that helps. If it did, then check out more of my questions, and hopefully we'll be able to help you with your exam preparation. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.